the figures in advance. I don't see nobody else but us giving a damn. Oh, so let me know what you wanna do.
With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
Here's the punter now, Pat McAfee, to get this one started. And here we go. We're underway in Madden Ultimate Team. And he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. They go play action with Richardson. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. Quiddy Pay getting in there and burying him behind the line. A lot of talk the other day about them wanting to quiet this home crowd early and often. Very first play of the game, they do just that.
You're exactly right about that, because that's often a conversation when you go on the road and you travel. Hey, let's take the crowd out of it. What a great way of doing so by putting the quarterback on the deck.
And they'll look to avoid an early 3 and out here on 3rd and 4. On the ground, this is Derrick Henry. And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches. So still a scoreless game in the first, but they're going to go for this thing on their own side of the field on 4th down. They'll try and run for it with Alstott. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on 4th. In lieu of the sneak on 4th and inches, they just say, give it to the big man in the backfield.
Yeah, fullback no less. Not many of those left in the NFL, but for those that have one, perfect time to use them, perfect time to get it done.
And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down. Play action. Now Richardson. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. Big DeMarcus Lawrence getting in there and bringing him to the ground. Now make that a 2nd sack here on their first drive out defensively, and not to get ahead of ourselves, but they're on pace for double-digit sacks at this point.
Well, they're going to have to find a way to tamp that down, aren't they? So if you're the play caller, you're telling your quarterback maybe some screens, maybe some draws, hard count, use your voice inflection a little bit, anything to try and slow that pressure down.
A gain of 4, not enough, and it looks like punt time on their opening drive as it's 4th down.
And, partner, I would guess that in his headset he was hearing from his coach, it's 3rd down, don't take a sack. And in this case, he's able to avoid the pressure and get out of there. He doesn't get the first down, but he does turn a possible loss into positive yardage.
Going for it on 4th. Here's Richardson. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game. And this defense delivers a turnover on downs on the very first drive of the afternoon. First down carry for Henry. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. On play action, it's Breeze. Sliding out of the pocket. Throwing left side, he's got Gronk complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Henry up the middle. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. Henry again on second down.
And he will possibly get back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. On the other hand, it will definitely take us to the end of the first quarter play.
The Vikings with the football here to begin the second quarter. A couple extra tight ends in the formation here as they line up 3rd and 2.
They'll try to run for the first with Henry.
And he has the first down before he's tackled at the 5.
3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
Here we go now on 1st and goal.
They'll try and run for it with Henry. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal.
You get down near the goal line, you need to start enlisting the help of all 11 guys on the defense. And that's a nice job there by the cornerback, squaring his shoulders and coming in to make the tackle.
Henry will get about halfway there as he takes this from the 4 down to the 2. A gain of 2 there on the heels of a 1-yard pickup on 1st. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is a time you go play action, throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
And Henry fighting for the marker, but I don't think he got there. He did not. They'll go for it. It's Breeze. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. He couldn't get the ball away on 4th and goal. And the Bronco defense comes up big. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And the shutout, at least for now, is still intact. Great job by the defense after, Charles, last time this crew was out here, remember, they gambled in their own territory, didn't get it. But the defense held, gave up no points.
And Brandon, sometimes it all just comes together, and I think the head coach senses it today. His defense, they're absolutely on fire. It doesn't matter where the ball is on the field. When that defense trots out there, no one's moving it, no one's scoring, and he's playing to it right now.
Well, that group's chasing a shutout. Teammates here on the offensive side going to try to provide a touchdown and gain the momentum even more on this series. Rolling to his right. A throw on the run, but that's good. To be incomplete.
And this drive is almost over before it began thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on 1st down, followed by an incompletion, one more good rep, and they get off the field.
Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on 3rd down. Now Richardson from near his goal line. He'll buy some time right. 1:55 left to go in the first half of play. The offense going to stay out there. They've converted once, failed once. What can they do here on 4th down? Richardson going on 4th down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And now the football's going to go over, already being placed at the 15-yard line. On play action. Now Breeze. He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. Tyler Lockett. A 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Vikings post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this second quarter. So that pretty conclusively, I might add, shows you the perils of going for it and not making it on 4th down. One play, touchdown.
Yeah, and I've got to put this on the man in charge, the head coach. He made the decision to go for it. To me, when punting was the only decision to make, and it backfired on him in a big way.
And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
Charles, we'll see how this offense responds. Remember, the last time they were out, they went for it on fourth down, did not get it, and that led to a touchdown on the other side. So they need a response here.
They certainly do, and I just have a question for you. You think that was a gut feel, or was that analytics that came into play there, deciding to go for it on fourth down?
That felt like gut to me. What about you?
Yeah, absolutely, because the way it backfired, where they are in the game, all those things, that didn't feel like an analytics call. That certainly felt like, hey, I feel like we can get this right now, and unfortunately, it didn't work out for them.
Flush to his right.
Oh, going for Jefferson downfield.
And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down.
And they've been kept off the scoreboard in this first half, but here toward the end, they're trying to change that in one fell swoop, but that winds up incomplete.
Going for it on fourth, Richardson. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Richardson looking to throw this.
They'll roll him out right.
That'll be pulled in downfield by Collins.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Back-to-back plays of right around 30 yards, and the field position has totally been flipped.
1st and 10, it's Richardson.
Connects with Kittle underneath. And they'll get this down to the 10. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The Vikings have to like their position. They've got the lead. They get this football as well as we are back and underway for the second half.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Their defense has pitched the shutout. Now they probably need to deliver a little breathing room, maybe make it a 2-score game as they've got it 1st and 10. And he just gets rid of it, throws it away. A wise move there, looked like nobody open, now 2nd down.
Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10.
A give to Henry. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 12 yards there, first down Vikings.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
A solid run by Derrick Henry, and here's another 1st and 10. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground.
Loose inside the 30. Inside the 10.
Touchdown, Vikings. Derrick Henry, 62 yards.
And the Vikings come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter. Kevin O'Connell choosing to leave his guys out there, and they'll go for 2.
They'll try and run it in with Henry. And this time he'll be stopped short of the goal line. He might have been out of gas after the long run. In any event, the try for 2 fails. Now after the touchdown, here's Pat McAfee to kick. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Denver offense at the line, ready to go.
Well, the opposition laid down the challenge, an opening drive touchdown here to start the second half. And, Charles, now you feel like this group needs to get an answer because this all of a sudden is a 2-score game.
Yeah, you're right about that. What was a small, manageable spread to overcome, a little bit more daunting now. I think you're exactly right. Pressure is on because you don't want them getting the ball back with a chance to really extend this lead out.
Richardson under pressure, and down he goes. Quiddy Pay.
Who else? He's in there for his 4th sack of the afternoon.
On 3rd down, here's Richardson.
Sliding out of the pocket. And the pressure gets to him again. Quiddy Pay drops him again for the second straight play, and it brings up 4th down.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
They'll go for it. Here's Richardson. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And now, boy, the ball's going to go over on downs here inside the 10-yard line. 10th carry now for Derrick Henry. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Derrick Henry with now his second touchdown of this third quarter. And the Vikings are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. They'll try and run it in with Henry. And he is into the end zone again as he scores both the touchdown and the 2-point conversion to extend this lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Pat McAfee to kick. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive.
No, they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit.
So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game.
Now it's Richardson.
Escaping the pressure right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
His impatience has to be bubbling over, trying to find a way to get his team to the end zone for the first time. He did find a way to break contain and get outside to buy his receivers a little extra time, but the connection couldn't be made.
The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. Quiddy Pay in there for the 7th time in this game alone, and that ties him with a late Derek Thomas for the most sacks ever in a single game. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Henry. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. They get a big amount back, 18 yards, but they'll still look at a 4th down now.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
That's down the field for Jefferson.
Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Quandre Diggs.
Now he's free at the 35. He may go.
And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Well, I mean, you get it. They're trying to make something happen here in this third quarter, CD, but I don't think a pick 6 is exactly what they had in mind.